guys, this is J.O.A.T.D. Today I'm going to show you how to remove the governor and disable the oil level sensor in a Honda GX160. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take off this cover. Now these screws are 12 millimeter and it's 6 of them. Alright, you can just kind of grab it from the oil fill and the dipstick. Just wiggle it back and forth and it'll come off. If you take off your cover and this cam comes out, to set it back, if you look right here, it has this dot, and on a smaller gear there's another dot. You want the dots to meet up. Okay, so you want that one dot to be in the middle of this one. Once you get the cover off, what you want to do is you're going to take off the tank. So it's a 10 millimeter. And then you're going to also remove the nut from the right side. Still a 10 millimeter. Let's see. Okay, and see down in here, you have to take this clip off and then pull the hose off. All right, so you're gonna grab this clamp, pull the clamp off. And you're gonna wiggle this back and forth. There we go. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do is take the linkage apart. It's a 10 millimeter. Let me just take this off, and then there's a pin right here. I'll take that out too. All right guys, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna grind this part off. So you're gonna go in the inside of here and you're gonna push this up as much as you can. This little arm here, push it up as much as you can to get as much of it up here as possible, and then you're just going to cut this part off. So right, so we got that part off, and then if you go back in here, we're going to move this around. And then we're going to grab this in here in the inside and pull it out. There we go. All right, so we got the whole thing out. Now remember, that's a hole, so we're gonna have to plug that. Now, all the way in here, there is a washer. Make sure you get this washer out. See that? You gotta get that out of there. If you don't get it out, it could damage the motor. All right. Now, down here, this gear right here, that's the governor. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull these levers back, and we're gonna grab this little cap right here and pull this out. Yep, look, you see that? I just dropped it, but make sure you get that out too. That's another washer. That's the other washer right there. That's two washers. All right, guys. So basically, to get this gear out, you see right here, it's a little C-clamp going around this. And it's divided right there in that middle piece right there. You're gonna have to pull this C-clamp, take something, grab it, and then pull it the opposite way to stretch it out and then take it off. That's the only way this is coming out. So if you can see right there, that's where it's cut in half. It's a C-clamp, and then you just take that off. So I'm gonna hold it on one side, and then I'm gonna take an angle pick and pull it the opposite way and bend it and then pull it out. You probably won't, you're not gonna be able to see this because my hands are gonna be in the way, but that's what I'm doing. I just want you guys to be able to see that. All right, guys, so we got the governor out. This is the little ring that I'm telling you that you got to get off, okay? Now, this is all little pieces of it after I damaged it. I wasn't going to use it anyway, but what I did was I took a chisel, I aimed it in an angle at the ring, and I took a hammer and I hit it a couple times until I bent it, and then I took it off with a pair of pliers. Now, when you're doing that, you make sure that you're aiming at the actual ring, because if you slip and you hit the back of this case, this is aluminum, it'll break. This is steel, it'll go right through it. So you have to make sure that you're being careful. Hit it a couple times, look at it. Hit it a couple times, look at it. Start pulling the pieces out, okay? You see down in there, there's nothing in there, got all the pieces. Everything was kind of laying on top of each other. So, all right. The only thing we have to do is bypass the oil level sensor, which is down here, the bottom down here. That's the sensor down there. Pull back a little bit. Yep. Right here, that's the sensor. See, it has a, you don't have to take this out. People have been taking this out. You don't have to take it out. You can leave it in there. What we're gonna do is go over here on the side and see this yellow line coming out of the motor? That's the sensor. You're gonna follow it over to this bundle right here, and let's see. Take this apart like that. Pull this out, and what you're going to do is you're just going to pull these two apart from each other. You're just going to take these two and just pull them apart. There you go. So now you're bypassing it. That doesn't even work anymore. Okay, remember this line here, it's going all the way into this. It's not even on anymore, it doesn't even matter. And you can tuck that or whatever you want to do. but the motor will turn over. And right now, all we have to do is fill this hole right here. And I'm just gonna use gasket maker. I'm gonna stick something behind here, and I'm gonna use gasket maker to fill this hole. Or I'll put a screw with a little gasket maker around the screw and run a screw down in here so that oil doesn't come out of this hole. There's different ways to do this. You could take anything to plug this hole. You just need to plug it, okay? And then after that, you just put everything back together again. We're gonna put the case and everything back on it, and that's it.